we turned him a little bit, and we worked on this the other night. The way we do this is a lateral move. That's what turns him. It's not a vertical move. It's a horizontal move. When he holds on, that means he turns. I'm going to actually step behind him, and I'm going to start my weight, and then once he starts going, then I can place my hand. One of the things that's getting some of us into trouble is you're stepping, and then you're doing the move here, and you haven't put your weight on that foot. So the timing for now is, this hand just goes up, I step, I put my weight on it, and then my hand unfolds. Can you see that? So see if you can get that. It feels a little uncomfortable in some ways, because you're really moving right through this person. You're being powerful. And that's the invitation, is to get used to doing it and follow that form. Instead of doing this little gesture where we can be nice and flowy, how do we step into a little more power? How do we practice? Okay, let's try one more. So good command. Kneeing up. Don't forget, as I move my hip forward, the elbow drops first, then wrist and fingers. See if you can avoid having a good setup and then pushing here. Instead of pushing into wrist, hips, elbow starts to drop, wrist, fingers. So your extension is this way, and now your shoulders this way. And so we put together. Don't forget the precision of this shape is very important. It's not this or that. It's fingers go slightly up and back. Hips first, elbow second, wrist comes down, then the fingers grab. Receiving. And let's say no more pain. Come on. Blade-like quality, it's not on my blade, it's kind of dull, but the blade is very precise and it's very sharp and it moves through. And we talked about this idea of extension before. The power to extend is generated through the core, but the idea is that with our view, we want to be very expansive. So I'm not kidding when I say I think this is going to Berkeley. Because I don't want to limit myself and I want to practice. Part of me has so much self-doubt and concern that I limit myself. So to just practice over and over again when I'm doing this out there, I'm thinking about, I just practice imagining I'm extending my ki way, way out. So then if I'm going to the far side of the room, it's not a big deal. But if I really think about extending my ki this much going to the far side, it will become a big deal. And we are, according to science, connected out there. So she comes in, there's a really long extension that stays there. And that's really not blocking her, but moving my extension through. And you don't want to take a forward roll, you can take a back roll. So